See,
they don't think that she gave anything to wrestling.
See, I can agree when you scope it like that. As if I'm looking at it as just in-ring ability, she really wasn't that great. But when like you laid it out, the whole picture, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I think about it.
I think she should go in before Tori Wilson.
Oh
well,
I agree with that.
Because she was the pioneer of that type of female, not really athlete or wrestler, but just like the diva thing, not necessarily a wrestler, but the eye candy.
Another topic I wanted to talk about is that there's some people out there right now in the professional wrestling as far as fans base go. We all watch tremendous matches. We've got AEW on the brink of being really, really good. I hope it's not a dud. We'll see if it's a dud. But I think it's going to be some great entertainment. We already have Ring of Honor. They're starting to make an incredible comeback. They have some awesome talent that I've been watching there. New Japan Pro Wrestling is making its way, and it's already made its way. You know what I mean? Like, the people know about these industries and these promotions. And then, of course, we have even more of the indie scene. But right now I want to talk about a lot of wrestling fans think that Roman Reigns' leukemia was a big stick. It's just one of those. A lot of people think that it was fake and stuff. And I've got two things here, and both the news and the doctors say if you think it was fake, then why don't you do a little bit more research, because it really wasn't fake. I don't know if WWE would go that far to.
No.
I think they would.
That's a PR nightmare.
Freaking Vince McMahon, I've said this 1,000 times, Vince McMahon is fucking Satan. Like, there's absolutely nothing he will not do if he knows it's going to get some ratings. He freaking had an incest storyline. Had Stone Cold put a gun to his head and pull the fucking trigger on television. Blew himself up.
I was going to say
for freaking ratings.
Yeah, he killed himself. Yeah, on live television. That's a good point.
Yeah, but
so
he wouldn't.
Do I think
not in this day and age? Not in this day and age.
I mean, it's what's the word for it? It's a really thin line to walk. But do I think Vince McMahon would do it? Hell yeah, he would.
You think Vince would go ahead and give the okay to creative to say, you know what, look, they want to boo him so bad. Let's see what happens to the fans when we prey on maybe a handicap that he has. Let's say that he has an illness. Let's see what the fans do then. And you know
exactly.
What?
Because Roman had so much freaking heat. They tried making him bad. They still booed him. They forced us for 5 fucking years to watch him in main events. And they still booed him. And then the night he came out, before he made his announcement, that arena was booing the shit out of him. He freaking drops his pipe bomb, so to speak, and then all of a sudden, thank you, Roman, freaking all this shit. And then what? October, November, December, January. 4 months later, he comes back, and now no one's going to bitch when they put him in the main event at WrestleMania.
Well, that is still...
He ain't going to be in the main event of WrestleMania.
I don't think that he would. I don't think he's going to be. Well, and I try to explain to people that, how they took the production of WrestleMania now, well, and I think they did in the past too. Now every event, every match on the card at WrestleMania is a main event. Like, that's how they portray it, because it's WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they promote it.
Lately WWE's had, I've lost count of how many triple threat matches we've seen recently. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what better way? We've seen Roman versus Brock, where Seth came in and cashed Money in the Bank.
Yep.
We've seen Seth versus Lesnar versus freaking Dean Ambrose. Why not make it another triple threat? They're already going to make it a triple threat with Becky, Charlotte, and freaking Ronda. Do I doubt that they would throw Roman in there? Hell no, I don't.
I have yet to confirm any of that, as far as we don't know if that's really where they're going to go with the triple threat. I'll talk about Becky Lynch a little. Yeah, I'll talk. Yeah, I'll talk about Becky Lynch here in just a little bit. But as far as Roman Reigns is concerned, here's my look at it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to understand, we have a passionate fan here. Passionate fans. Smart MarX is for the fans, by fans. That's what we are. And we have a passionate fan here that would not put it across Vince to go to creative and say, let's prey on people's emotions. Let's make some money. And it worked because, Sean B's right. Heavy D, he's right. When as soon they booed him and they didn't like that he was being shoved down our throats, but then when actually that he started feeling sick and stuff, what happened? Well, people was... they felt bad. They was like, "Oh man, dude, that sucks, dude." It's like, okay,
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's a work or not. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So if he's not there for 6 months, well, then you're going to cheer him when he comes back. By God,
he could have been gone a whole year, and I still would have hated his ass.
well, we're not the average fan. I mean the average fan.
That's okay, yeah, true.
Yeah. Us Smart MarX, it's a little different.
Right.
I don't like his character. Let me get that clear. I do not like his character. But do I think that would work? Absolutely not.
The night after, I was like, man, if this isn't a work, I hope he gets over it. But like deep down, I was like, damn, I hope he don't ever come back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just hope that like when they bring him as he comes, I hope they ease him in, because I guarantee you if they force him down our throats again, they're going to get the same results they got before.
It's Roman Reigns. Vince has a chubby for him. They're going to.
I think here's my thing. I don't think it was a work. I think he really did have leukemia, and I think that his body is in immaculate physical condition, better than all of ours.
You don't get rid of leukemia. He just goes into remission. You never get rid of it.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
And like I've seen a lot of people like saying, "Oh, he's not even skinny. He didn't lose his hair." And like, there's a lot of different forms of leukemia. Mm-hmm. There's people that have it that you can't even tell that they have it. And like Dean just said, he's in amazing physical condition. You have to be doing that job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
and I think that right there is why it was easier for him to fight it than your average person, because he is in a lot better physical health. So is his battle, and even we don't know how bad it was when he got sick with it. I think a little part of it, like he may have had it, it just wasn't as bad as they were making it seem. I think they gave him some time off so he can make his movie with The Rock. He can find out what the extent of this was. Come to find out it's not as bad as it was, and now he's able to return. But do I think that the WWE played on it, is going to capitalize on it? Hell yeah, I think yes.
Honestly, I think right now would be the perfect time to just fucking make him go super heel.
Yes.
But they already kind of ruined it by him coming out saying, "Oh, all the fans supported me. God's inbox was full." They could have turned that angle and be like, "When I left, no one showed me any support. You guys booed me until I got sick." And then, like, they can make him, like, super heel if they are going to play on this.
I just don't think I don't think Roman Reigns is really good with how he gets along and how he talks to the fans. I think he's got a lot of years in the business that he needs to learn how to pander to the fans. And
he carries himself, like, when he comes out stiff. You know what I mean?
Like,
yeah. He doesn't seem like comfortable. Like The Rock, Austin, they would come out and they owned their persona. He seems like he's acting the whole time, and I don't like that.
You give him a mic longer than 5 minutes, he's going to drop a suffering succotash on live TV.
I love it.
I I will never forget that. And that was the moment. Like, I truly hated Roman Reigns. I was like,
succotash.
I was like, did he really just suffer succotash on fucking live TV? Like, no. Like, never give this guy a mic. Ever.
Yeah, what did it for me was when he had his little promo battle with Cena, and you could just see how bad his mic skills were.
Oh, yeah. It's like when you're playing 2K19 and you just, like, randomly pick what you're going to have them say.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you turn the volume off and you didn't know either wrestler, real quick question, not to change the subject, but real quick questions. If you didn't know the wrestler, who do you think when you would watch him do this, who do you think did the better elbow drop? The Macho Man or Velveteen Dream? Now, you have to keep in mind that you don't know either wrestler and who they are.
Right.
Okay?
You're hard. That's hard, dude, because I'm 35 and I've known them both. Like, you know what I mean? You're trying to raise the Macho Man.
Right.
I'm still going to say Macho Man. His elbow drop was pretty fucking flawless, man. Not taking anything away from Velveteen. That's a pretty amazing elbow drop, but Macho Man owned that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would give it just a cut hair to Macho Man just because Velveteen is like, he's a conglomeration, man. He's not just like Macho Man, but man, his elbow is very Macho Man-esque. So
it is definitely better than Bailey's.
Oh man, everything that guy does is gold. I'm on the Velveteen.
That's one
wagon, man. He's 22 and he's got the stars in his eyes if he could do it right.
And like I've been pretty critical. If you go back and listen to any of the past World Wrestling podcasts, I've been pretty critical on Velveteen Dream. Just because I've seen people that come out, like you said, stars in their eyes. They have all that talent that they can use and then just flop. So yes. I was waiting for the proverbial other shoe to drop, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna drop with him. And
no,
like
he had a couple moments where it seemed like he was gonna screw up pretty good, but man, you're right. He didn't drop that other boot.
And that right there is what got me looking more at him. And that's one person that WWE needs to not fuck up with, because if they screw up with him and he goes to AEW or anything like that, I mean, that's a game changer for another company.
Yeah. As long as he stays clean too, though, because he's got to too. You know, he can't get himself in trouble and whatnot. He is being only 22 and stuff. It's easy for those guys to get their heads swollen and get stupid.
Keep him away from Jeff Hardy. Just
yeah, but no, his in-ring ability, his mic skills, everything about him is just wonderful. And he's over the last how long has he been in NXT now? Like 4 or 5 years. He's just blossomed. It's incredible.
He has, man.
It's incredible to watch. He just keeps getting better. And they finally gave him a strap. I can't talk about him enough, man. I really can't. He's the next big thing.
I want to revert. I know we're talking about the old Dream. You know, he's good, but I want to know, if you had a choice between the match cards on WrestleMania, who would you like? I mean, do you want to see a match card with Triple H versus Batista? I mean, do you really want to see this again?
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it. Why? Why are you okay with it?
Because it's just a squash match. But the one part I have wrong with it, I'm okay with it at WrestleMania if WrestleMania was like 2.5, 3 hours. I'm not okay with it when WrestleMania is 4.5, 5 hours, and we got to suffer through everything because you want to put 2 old folks in there. You could do that in the opening. You could put them in the pre-show and give your actual talent.
You think Triple H's ego is going to let him? Triple H's
it's not.
ego is
No, it's
way
not.
too
It's
big.
not. Yeah, it's not going to do